Oh, what is going on, everybody? Got another video here for you. All right, so let's see what it says. It says a train travels from city A to city B at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. On its return journey, the train travels from city B to city A, but due to bad weather, its speed is reduced to 40 kilometers per hour. What is the average speed of the train for the entire round trip? All right. So it may seem like this might be a difficult problem, but really it's not that bad. So let's look and see what we've got to get. We've got to get the average speed, right? The average speed. So just remember, for the average speed, let's just write that right here. Average speed is equal to what? The total distance divided by the total time. All right, that's what we need. So we need the total distance and we need the total time. All right. So let's let me use a different color. We're going to let's let the distance between A and B, city A and city B, equal D kilometers. Okay. That's going to be the distance between A and B, city A and city B. All right, and we know that the speed, let me spell speed right. The speed from A to B is equal to 60 kilometers per hour. And the speed from B to A is equal to 40 kilometers per hour. All right. So we're wanting to find the average speed for the entire round trip. So remember, we need total distance, total time. All right. So let's look at time. From A to B, okay? The time from A to B. So we know that distance is equal to rate times time. And the time from A to B, we will call that T1, okay? We know distance is equal to rate times time. And so this tells us that time is equal to distance over rate. So the time from A to B would be T1 is equal to the distance, which that's D, that's the distance between A and B, divided by the rate. So the speed from A to B is 60 kilometers per hour. Okay, and that would be in hours. And then we can get the time from B to A, and we'll call that T2. And once again, using this right here, we've got T2 would be distance over rate, which is 40. All right. And that would be hours. All right, so let's look at this. So now we have total time for the round trip. Okay, total time for the round trip would be total time is equal to T1 plus T2, which would be D over 60 plus D over 40. All right. So let's go ahead and see what we get here. We would get a common denominator of 120. All right, so 60 times 2 is 120, so that would be 2D. 40 times 3 would be 120, so that would be 3D. And so this would be 5D over 120, which if we reduce that, that would be D over 24. So this is our total time, all right, for the round trip. All right, now, what would be the total distance? So let's just write this: total time for round trip is equal to D over 24. And then we need the total distance for the round trip. Well, what would that be? Well, remember up here we said let the distance between A and B be D. So the distance for the round trip would be 2D, because if we're going from A to B, that would be D, and then we're going back from B to A, that would be D, so the D plus D would be 2D. All right. So now the average speed would be what? Total distance divided by total time, which in this case the total distance is 2D over the total time, which would be the D over 24. And so this would be 2D times, now remember, if it's 2D divided by this, that's 2D times the reciprocal, so that's times 24 over D. And you can see that the D's cancel, and so 2 times 24 would be 48 kilometers per hour, and that would be the average speed. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that problem. It was a fun little problem to work. Check out my other videos, give me a like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later.